Now we solve exercise 2.5 of class 9 math. In the first question, we'll have to evaluate the given imaginary numbers. First part is iota power 7. We'll write this in the simplest form, that is involving only iota. We see that this 7 can be written as iota power. Since we know that iota is equal to -1 square root, then taking its square, iota square becomes -1 square root, and the square and square root cancels out. We have iota square is equal to -1. So we would like to write this in terms of iota or iota square. Then iota square could be written as -1. Thus 7 divided by, we are dividing by 2, that is we know the power of iota square, so that's why we divide. If it is even, then it is already a multiple of 2, and if it is odd, then we'll divide that power. 2 3s are 6, the remainder is 1. Thus 7 can be written as 2 into 3 plus 1. So this can be written as 2 into 3 plus 1. Now using the power rules, we can write iota square into 3 and iota power 1. We'll split this in terms of 2 into 3 and 1. You know that we have used the property that x m plus n, this can be written as xm into xn. Now again using another property, x m power n, this can be written as x m into n. Here this is the product of two numbers, so we can write iota square power 3, and here we have iota. From here we know that iota square is -1 cube into iota, and we know that if the power of a negative number is odd, then we have a negative number, and if this is even, then we have a positive number. In this case this is odd, so we'll get a negative iota. In the second part, we have iota power 50. Now we know that 50 is an even number, so this can be written as a multiple of 2, iota 2 into 25, and then using the property iota square power 25, that is power can be multiplied with the power, then we'll have the iota. If we write this iota square power 25, and using the property the power is multiplied with the power, so we can write iota 2 into 25, which is the same. Also using iota square is equal to -1, we have -1 power 25. Again 25 is an odd number. This as a power of a negative number becomes a negative number. You can easily simplify the third part. Here I am solving the fourth part, which is negative iota power 8. Now negative iota can be written as -1 into iota whole power 8, and then using the properties of powers or exponentials, we can write -1 power 8 into iota power 8. Here we have used the property AB whole power m. This can be written as a power m into b power m. From here, now the power of -1 is even. We'll have +1 from here, and iota 8, 8 is a multiple of 2. We can write 2 into 4. We don't need to write if the coefficient is +1, then we don't need to write it. From here we'll have iota square whole power 4, again using the same property. From here iota square is -1 whole power 4. The power of -1 is even, so we have +1, or just we can write 1. Now we solve question 2. We have to find conjugate of the given complex numbers. In order to find the conjugate, we'll write z bar, and the imaginary part will be replaced by its negative. We have -1, then in the conjugate form we'll have -4. Real part remains as it is, and the additive inverse of the imaginary part. In this case we have positive iota. Okay, I'll solve one more part. That is, for example, part 6. Z is equal to iota -3. In order to find the conjugate, first we'll write this in the general form. That is, first we'll write the real part, which is -3, and then the imaginary part. This is not the case that we'll take the additive inverse of the second number. Rather, we'll take the additive inverse of the imaginary part, whether it is written first or as a second term. It doesn't matter. We'll always write down the additive inverse of the imaginary part of the given complex number. In this case, z conjugate becomes -3. Real part remains as it is, and additive inverse of the imaginary part, which is -iota. In question 3, we have to find the real and imaginary part of the given complex numbers. For example, I'm solving part 2, in which we have z is equal to -1 plus 2 iota. So the real part, real z, this is -1, and imaginary part, that is the part or the term having iota, this is 2. Similarly, if I solve one more question, that is part 5, z is equal to -3 iota. This can be written, we see that there is no real part, so we can write it as 0 minus 3 iota. So the real part is 0, since there is no real part, and imaginary part is -3. In question 4, we are asked to find the value of x and y if x plus iota y plus 1 is equal to 4 minus 3 iota. Here we'll use the properties of equality. First we simplify this question. We'll shift this one to the right hand side. We have x plus iota y is equal to, this is positive, so it becomes -1 plus 4 minus 3 iota. Now from here 4 minus 1 becomes 3, and we have minus 3 iota, and from here we have x plus iota y. Now we know that two complex numbers are equal if real part is equal to the real part and imaginary part is equal to the imaginary part. Here the real part x, and here real part is 3, that is x is equal to 3, and imaginary part, this is, here we have y, and here we have negative 3. Thus in the given question, if x is equal to 3 and y is equal to negative 3, then we'll have 4 x plus iota y plus 1 will give us 4 minus 3 iota. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.